Hey, this is Stacia, and I'm going to share a game that I played at the Parma Chess Club. And I got to play someone that I know quite well, but only faced maybe once or twice, maybe just once. But his name is Pete Andreas, and he was actually assisting me with the Sunday chess class that I taught this spring in Rocky River, Ohio, which was a great joy, and he's a pleasure to work with. And I've learned a great deal from Pete over the years as well. So here I am facing him. We had one game, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago, where I actually managed to trap his queen, which was kind of lucky because he's a really good player. And I won that one. But I knew that he's tough and this would not be an easy fight by any means. So let's look at this game too. Okay, so here we go. He played e4. I went e5. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. This is the Italian game. Knight f6, the two knights defense, and knight g5. I was kind of hoping he would play this move. I thought almost certainly he would go d3, but he went knight g5. So I went d5, which is the only sensible move. But I'm not sensible. I'm perfectly capable of playing something like bishop c5, which is, I think, the Traxler, right? Yeah, it is. And I do want to learn that and play it at some point. Because after check, here, black actually does get a lot of pressure on f2. And I play that as the white pieces, so I definitely know about that. Anyway, after d5 takes, knight a5. Yeah, I almost played a different move here, but okay, knight a5, check, c6. I was astonished that my opponent played bishop f1. This is not theory. I knew it wasn't theory. I know the main moves to be either bishop d3 like I play, bishop e2, even more common, or queen f3, the tricky move. Those are the moves I know. I also know bishop a4, which is dubious. Bishop f1 just looks plain ridiculous to me. So already I was like, okay, I should be able to punish this move, but let's not be in a rush and let's try to be precise. I played h6. And now I thought if knight f3, I think white's going to be in big trouble. Because after knight f3 and maybe e4, I think this is just going to be very bad. There is this move, but what about bishop c5? Because then I'd be threatening this. It's getting hard to protect that, right? The knight can't come and protect that square. So I think maybe it was his intuition. But after h6, Pete did play knight h3, protecting f2 already. Now, this move looks ridiculous, and it kind of is, but this was played, well, a move similar to this, okay? A move similar to this was played by Bobby Fischer, and there are some ideas behind knight h3. So it's not to be taken too lightly, but still, I think bishop f1 in conjunction with knight h3. How could black not be better here? And it is true that black is better. I played bishop c5, which is the top engine choice, and he went knight c3, the top engine choice, and I castled, and he played d3. So we arrived at this position. I should be able to crush white. That's what I feel like. How could he possibly play bishop f1 and knight h3 and not be borderline losing? But I stared at this position and I really had a hard time because I could not find anything quite good enough. Queen d4 would be very nice to play, threatening this square, but it is defended by the knight. Now, we could take the knight. That is one thing we could do, but we don't have time because white could simply go queen e2 here. Let's say I take, still protected, and let's say I go e4. I mean, I don't know what to do here. Let's say I go e4. Is there bishop e3 here? I don't know. Actually, maybe not, because I could take. No, that's not going to work. I would just have to move the queen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not so sure what's going on here. The engine is finding some nice resources, I think, because of e4. But from a human perspective, well, actually, some humans might know about that. But I didn't. So, okay. Castles, d3, rook e8. Yeah, I don't know. I played rook e8 because I want to possibly retreat my bishop here, and I want to line up my rook with the king, and possibly play e4. So it seemed pretty reasonable to me. And the engine likes this move, actually. So here, it turns out that I had a better move than what I played, but only by slightly. The engine likes knight b7, which it's hard for me to even consider a move like this, but I guess the point is that if takes, we take, and we're much better. And if they don't take, let's say they go queen d2, trying to castle, well, then I guess I go knight d5 and I force the issue. So if white just castles here, I guess we have bishop b4. Yeah, it's hard to see stuff like this. The engine sees it so fast. But on bishop b4, you know, you would just expect f3. But if f3, a defender is removed off the bishop, and then we can take it. I would definitely take with a knight, because then if they don't take, I could at least remove the knight somewhere, who knows where, and then play bishop e3. So there are some ideas in the position for sure. But after rook e8 takes, which is what I played, I played rook b8. You know, I was looking so hard for stuff here. Now I saw the two engine moves that give black a big advantage, and I didn't play either one. So I'm a little disappointed that I did not do that. I think the first one we have to look at is this. Like, why not just take this knight? Wrecks the black pawn structure. Now, I did look at this, and I thought, okay, well, I don't have any real attack, and white's just going to go, like, queen d2 and castle. And they're up a pawn. Now, these pawns are not fantastic, and that's part of the reason why black's better here. But the other reason is that black's more active, and white is behind on development, right? So, like, there's only a knight out, the rest is traded off. So, yeah, that was a good move. I did not do that one. The other good move is queen b6, which attacks two things. You can tell I looked at this earlier. I thought queen c1 protects both, and I thought, why am I doing this? But the engine likes either taking the knight at this point or e4. So let's look at e4. Now, e4 I didn't consider and didn't understand, but I should have. So if they take that, we take here. They take here. And we go knight takes e4. If they take here, we take here. That looks pretty reasonable. I like that. The white king's in the center. We've got pressure on e3. Yeah, good luck getting out of that. The best move's king f2. And I don't believe this. I don't believe this position for white at all. I think black will win. So black's winning. Yeah, I did not see that. e4. So they really can't take e4. If they go d4, then we take, same way. Got to throw that in. And then the engine like c5. So we allowed white to get a center, and we're going to immediately break it down because the white king is in the middle. Yeah, this is a common theme. This is chess foundation. When you have better development, you should do a pawn break to open up the position. Sometimes sacrifices can open up the position and win too. But I failed to see this correctly in my head. So I picked a worse option. I just played rook b8. He played b3. And I played c5. c5 is probably a mistake because it's my last chance to take that knight. That knight can come to f2. And then he's back in business, right? Like he can come here, he can go here. He's looking really good from there. This is my last chance to take the knight, and I did not take it. So knight f2, knight c6. I felt like maybe I'm just down a pawn here. Turns out I was right. The engine says +1 for white. So white's up a pawn. g3. I played queen d8. I'm happy to see the engine kind of likes it. Better was e4 though. But I was afraid of bishop f3. I guess e4 stops that though. If they take, we don't trade queens. That's not what we want to do. We go queen g5, attack the new weakness. Oh, old weakness. I played queen d8, not as good. I was low on time. Bishop e7, castles. Bishop f6. Yeah, and here white has a discovery, and I had to sack my queen. Yeah, he thought a while and played knight e4. I actually saw, though, that I could at least take the bishop, and when he takes my queen, I take back like this. I thought, okay, I sacked my queen, and I'm down 3 points material. Actually 4 if you count the pawns. But at least I have play here. And I don't have the rest of the game. But you wouldn't believe what happened. I actually played from here. I just basically made some counterplay on the king side against this king, and while my opponent was deep in thought, he actually did flag, and I got the win. But this is why I think rapid chess is sometimes not real chess, because it's kind of like, it's like you play real chess for a while, and if no one messes up, then it's just simply a time scramble, and that's it. So I won this game, but I feel like I lost it, if that makes any sense. And it just turns out that I checked with the engine. There's no like great way to punish bishop f1 and knight h3, which is just insane to me. I mean, black retains a slight advantage, and we definitely should take the knight at the right moment. But yeah, I was beating my head basically against a wall, and I was only lucky to get a win here. But I was 1-1 in a strong quad, being the lowest rated player in the quad again. So I was ready to face my final opponent, Jim Nix. And so I would say that I would show that game, but I'm definitely not going to show that game. So I hope that you enjoyed this. And this is Stacia, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.